Hey, I just wanted to quickly record this because it's a little bit missing, but thank you again for all the support on all these episodes. This one will be a special one, so please check out our first guest ever in the description below. It wasn't mentioned too early on in the actual recording, so I thought I'd do it here. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you.
All right.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Yaps. I think it's 12. I got a guest for today. And it is a Belofi at Twitch and other platforms. Belofi VODs is the cooler one, but you know, just saying, just putting it out there. But I got Lofi as the first guest because I don't remember why.
You never told me the reason either.
Oh, because I got the whole idea for this whole thing from you, technically.
Stole it even.
Asked for permission, and then he said, yeah, go for it. Thanks for asking. Yippee! Wahoo! And that was you.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda copyright infringing there, but you know. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I do it anyways. I don't upload videos anymore. I hate content creation.
Crazy, because he uploaded a whole thing about his love for Archer.
Hmm.
But yeah, I got Lofi on here to talk about friends, because it's a topic he is very adept at talking about.
Well, I won't ever say that myself.
It's a topic he loves talking about.
Sure.
It's his favorite topic.
All right.
But yeah, so most of like my perspective I've had for like the last couple of years about friends kind of stems from a lot of the talks you've had about it, to be fair.
I don't know, that's a good thing.
I don't know, I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out today, actually.
All right.
But yeah, so Lofi, what do you think of friends, and what would you deem good qualities in a friend for you personally?
Well, first of all, for those who know me, I hate friends.
I think that's changed recently, though, hasn't it?
No. Well, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the word, or just the label.
The label. The ladle, even.
Yeah. I just find it very difficult to call anyone a friend. Feel like it adds like a lot of pressure. And because most of the time, I'm a really bad friend. I very rarely initiate or
you've been working on
with
that
anyone
lately, yeah.
Not too much actually, since I've been
really?
so busy.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
Oh gosh, all this is burning.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense with busyness. But would you view it like as something like that has to be done in that specific way? That like you have to talk to a person and engage with them that much to be a friend?
It's because I feel that way is why I feel like there's a lot of pressure with the word friend. I find it hard to call anyone a friend because I don't do that. I just most of the time just people that may reach out or talk to me like once a blue moon, and that's about it. But for good quality for a friend, I don't know. I don't really
Do you look at qualities even, or no?
Not really. Like even like with you, like we don't like I mean there's like some things I prefer, not necessarily friend, but like prefer in terms of like people that I interact with. Like I prefer people that are more like easygoing and chill, and aren't always like so hyper all the time, which is fine, but just different preference.
Yeah, just preference. Different strokes.
Shoot. What was the topic? What is this, a good quality for a friend?
Qualities. What qualities do you like in a friend, or like what do you say you look for in a friend? If you look at any, which it sounds like it's more on that easygoing side.
Yeah, I feel like especially it's easier to befriend someone when you know more about them personally, like what they've been doing with their life, job, family, whatever problems, people who like, you know, kind of open up and ask for advice, like just all that like heart-to-heart stuff, or just like about their own life, studies, job, just whatever they are at life, like talking about stuff like that. I feel that's especially hard for people online because I don't ask about that kind of stuff, and I don't really. I mean, I actually do kind of share quite a bit about that stuff. But to people that don't do that, it's kind of hard for me to call that as a friend. But I don't really think about friends in the first place.
Do you prefer when people share?
I don't mind. I like listen. But what I really like is when people are willing to share about themselves to me, because it means that they kind of like value, or they want to share something with me,
right?
And I feel honored when they do that.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I don't do the same. I don't talk to people first. So that's the hard part.
So when you say like, okay, so I guess with qualities, would you say it's like, that is like what you like when they open up to you, but like how far in would you say like they should be opening up to you? Because I feel like for me personally, when I want someone to open up to me, I at least like want to know them for a little bit, or like a decent amount beforehand before they move to that stage.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. The only time for that to like actually be able to move to that stage is like if you hang out in some capacity, whether it's like same hobby or
yeah, but I think with like the same hobby as well, like even if you do hang out in that capacity, it's hard to like push into that boundary of what's okay, like what do you think should be shared versus what you think is more personalized and should be kind of kept at the time, at least, you know, like over time type of deal.
Yeah, and that's it's pretty difficult for me because I very rarely do that to other people as well, since I don't know if like at least with like at my work at like with coworkers, I don't know if that's something
appropriate,
that's something that
or
that they want to hear, like that they even care about.
I see.
And that's why I'm so introverted in real life. I just keep all my words and thoughts to myself most of the time.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people do that, to be fair. I think it's pretty normal.
But I feel like especially some people, depending how they like present themselves, it's very easy to open up to them.
Like if they're
like
more
the talkative
inviting.
type, very talkative type.
I get you.
And I'm just the opposite of that.
Do you enjoy the talkative type of people? Because you mentioned the more easygoing people, and that's sometimes they're the same category, but sometimes they're like not at all the same category.
I don't mind. I feel like it's really nice. It's just that it's really hard for me to. Well, I try to match the same energy, but it's I definitely feel bad since I'm again, I'm not really the type to initiate first. It always has to be from them.
Right.
And I'm sure most people just get bored or tired of me or having to initiate with me all the time.
I feel like a lot of people tend to like, maybe not initiating. What's the word? I guess the listener types against like the talkative types, you know?
Hmm.
Like a lot of people.
Not with me.
Okay. Damn. He said no. I know. It's like, it's definitely a thing where it's like different people do have like that preference between one another. And like some of the Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I don't mind either way.
Oh.
It's kind of sometimes if they're introverted, like I'm the one who's like more talkative or ask questions more, but that's like scenario where that has to happen is very rare. like in a group, like in school, like in a group project, like I'm the like everyone else is as introverted as me, then I'm usually the one that has to step up and actually be the extroverted one to like get things going.
Yeah, I think that's the same for me. With certain projects, I do reach out to like most of the people and do end up doing most of the talking. Actually, where would you put me on that talkative versus not talkative introverted scale?
I guess with other people, I think you're pretty extroverted, but at least like with me, I don't know. I don't think we talk that much in terms of like we play games together, but we don't really talk much outside of like that.
That's true, but
like,
that's also like the easiest way to initiate, I feel.
Oh yeah, but like during like the games or whatever, like I might share a bit of my personal life, but just and stuff around that, but I think you're more private when it comes to yours.
I think I am more used to being private with like mine. So I always find it like hard to open up when it comes to that stuff. I think I've been better at it, maybe.
I mean, it's an online space. Like I don't think anyone. I think it's normal.
Yeah, I think overall I've been better at it. I want to say because I think in general life I'm not like that good at opening up either. It's not something that comes up too often, you know. But maybe I've gotten better at it. But yeah, I mean, it is, again, online space. So it's always hard to tell, I guess, exactly, right?
Yeah, like, it's for me, it's hard to tell whether it's comfortable for me to, like, ask, is it appropriate for me to ask certain questions regarding you and your personal life, because you talk about it so little.
Yeah.
Where me, it might be the opposite, because I yap about my life all the time.
I mean, I'm normally down to talk about my personal life. Like, I guess in a private setting, like a call, versus like on a streamed setting, maybe. To put, like, specifically. Because I feel like the two settings are so different.
We're also very rarely in a scenario where it's just, or in a space where it's just us two.
Yeah, I think
most of the time is with other people.
I think last time we did something like podcasty style like this was actually during Overcooked as well, wasn't it?
And that wasn't even just us two either. That was with one more person. I'm pretty sure.
Was it? Oh, I think you might be right.
Was it?
I think I remember.
Should we name drop you?
Yeah, I'll just DM you later, or we'll talk about it after. But yeah,
I know who it is. But yes.
I think I know who it is too. But yeah, that was during New Year's, right? Also Overcooked?
Yeah, it was a chill New Year's event.
Yeah. Actually, that was pretty go, wasn't it? Rather than chill.
Yeah, there was like a schedule for everything assigned to everyone. It was unique. I never
That's
had
pretty
something
neat.
like that.
I've never seen it, and I don't think I've seen another one like that before. Actually,
Yeah.
I guess for certain like birthdays and such have been
Hmm.
kind of similar, but not like to that scale, I think.
Hmm.
Very unique. But yeah, I guess that's fair, because yeah, I don't really talk about that in like actual life. I've definitely
Hmm.
done it more recently in terms of it normally starts with someone else opening up to me and then I
Yeah.
open up. But I think a lot of it's also like most people who want to know about like who open up in the first place to me have never really wanted like a reciprocate of that, and more so wanted to
Mm.
just be heard out, you know?
Wait, explain that one more time.
Oh, okay.
What do
So
you mean by reciprocate?
like me to reciprocate opening up
Hmm.
versus like just listening, you know?
Like the other way around.
Explain that?
uh, I mean, no, I mean understanding it wrong. Uh, you're saying like when someone else opens up to you,
Mm.
uh, it's fine. It usually goes fine, but when you do the same, it's not.
Oh,
It
no, no,
might.
no, no. The expectation when someone opens up to me is that I don't bring
Hmm?
up, like, I don't open up back at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
normally.
I
But
I
I've,
never.
oh
Okay,
yeah,
never
go
thought
ahead.
about that.
Yeah.
No, I just never thought about that because usually when something like that happens, uh, it's more comfortable, or it might be nice to also open up to them, like in like the same context, because it might make you feel more relatable and makes them feel more at ease because you're in the same situation or you had the same situation or whatever.
That's fair, but I feel like
I, mhm.
if you interject a little too much with that experience, it gets a little, I don't know, some people tend to either like it or dislike it, but I found like the overall like is towards just the one-sided talk. Although it's also situation dependent, right?
Mhm.
Because some situations people wouldn't want that, and then some situations people would want that.
Yeah. I probably experienced scenarios where it's like the opposite, where it's more, where me opening up as well was more helpful than not, maybe. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. I see. Are there any like big things that take you away from a person?
Like, any like, like any icks?
Yeah, icks. That's the word. Any icks?
Huh. I'm not sure. People who might be a bit inconsiderate, I guess, or that might like have like a bit of trouble reading the room. Maybe I'm not. It's just tough. Like it's very scenario dependent.
Right. I guess what
Uh,
could a person reasonably do to you that would make you kind of go further away from them rather than, and I put reasonable because there's the obvious ones, right?
yeah. Um. I mean, also just people that are just really unrelatable, or like we have like no, like we don't have that much of a. Actually, wait, no, there's one. The people that are very like that have very strong, or that are very hard-headed with their opinions. I'm not. That's probably not the right
Oh.
term, but
I
like they're
think I
very,
get you. Very stubborn in their opinions.
or like stubborn. They're very like they always like bring up like uh they're very forceful, I guess. Like forward with them.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know. I'm just the opposite. I'm just I really like uh I guess hedging.
Hedging?
uh yeah, like I swear I'm probably using the word wrong. But I like I like keeping it like open-ended for some stuff. Like if there's like if there's a question or something that like people like asking for like an opinion on something. I'm never like, of course do this or of course do that. I'm always like, well, personally, I would do this, but I totally understand that if someone did this other thing. Like I always try to open it up so that,
open it to both sides, pretty much.
yeah.
I see.
And people who aren't like that, who always plays one side only and are very, yeah, I guess what you said, stubborn or very forward with that. I might have trouble interacting with because then I'll end up looking like I'm playing devil's advocate because I was like, well, I mean, there's a lot of other people that are like, that do this another way, and I think they're fine too.
That makes sense.
But
is that an ick that actually takes you like draws you away from a person, or would you say that's just something that I guess you can't relate to with someone else?
The can't relate to thing actually is something completely separate. It's like if they have like completely different like hobbies or different like perspective in life, and it's definitely very difficult for me to relate with them.
Would you still
So
get close with those people? Because I feel like differences are still kind of interesting to see overall.
Yeah, but I mean, but also to be fair, people who are similar to me, I also don't really get close to them either, because I'm just so used to, or I just like being alone so much.
That's fair.
I mean, it's more like me playing with another person, or me hanging out with another person versus me being alone. Like it's the same amount of enjoyment for me.
Oh, interesting. I feel like
so I don't know.
For me, it's very mood dependent. Sometimes I like hanging out with people, and then sometimes it's more I'd rather be alone, but not like an absolute one way or the other.
I mean, I love being alone, but and I don't think there's a limit to like how long I can be alone, kind of. But there might be a limit for how long I can hang out with someone, like my social battery.
I think I can more relate to that. I definitely have a social battery as opposed to an alone battery. I don't know what to call it, but isolation battery.
I mean, loneliness is the thing, but I very rarely feel genuine loneliness.
Yeah, I think I'm similar in that aspect. That I'm fine with being alone, but I don't mind hanging out with people either. I think, how do you feel about like big groups of people? So like, let's say you have a group of people who you know, maybe like 4 of them, and then so it's a group of 9 and you know 4 of them. Oh no, it's a group of 10? Where'd you give me this? It's a group of 10, you're one of them, and you know 4 of the people, and then 5 are acquaintances of acquaintances.
Well, regardless if they're like acquaintances, friends, or whatever, like even if it's like, even if it's like 10 or 5 friends, all close friends that I know of, I'll probably be like definitely the most quiet one. I can't really talk or I feel bad talking in front of like a larger group because like I might be like taking away someone else's time in the discussion. I mean it's so hard, like 10 people, like when one person's talking, the 9 other people are all looking at you or listening to you. It's like there's a lot of pressure, and I'm usually just quiet and kind of like blend in, like
theoretically if there's 10 people, they're like kind of split into little groups, I'd imagine. Does that help at all?
Probably. But in that, maybe. Yeah, I can totally see. I just very rarely find myself in those scenarios.
Oh, interesting.
Granted, I'm I mean, I don't have many friends IRL.
That's
I don't really
fair.
Yeah, like when it's been so long since I've gone out with someone that's like more than 2 people.
Ah. Actually, I think same.
It's just 1 or 2 at most, but usually just one other person.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you find yourself like, okay, so you might not be able to talk a lot, but do you still enjoy being in that setting?
Uh,
Or would you say it's not really a setting you like at all?
I don't. I mean, it depends what we're doing, but I don't mind like just listening to other people talk and
Mm-hmm.
just chilling, just listening to other people. But it does feel kind of weird. Like, hey, this guy is just not talking this entire time. He's just in the corner listening. It is kind of creepy. Not gonna lie.
I guess that's
Uh,
fair.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure in like in those kind of scenarios, like people might find it very difficult to invite me back because I'm just so like,
Because you're the watcher.
yeah, there's no way some dude actually enjoyed that experience.
I find it like a pretty fun time normally. Because even like people who are quiet, I feel like they contribute to a conversation like once every while, but it kind of feels like they contribute when they like feel confident in what they're talking about, which
Yeah,
normally,
100%.
which I feel like normally leads to a really good discussion in that scenario.
Yeah.
That's
Mm,
also dependent.
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if, well, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, like the other day, like my coworkers were just yapping, talking about their own thing.
Hmm.
And then they brought up like discussion of games and like, oh, hey, I know a lot of stuff about games.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but I still also did not interject because it was already like 3 of them like talking and like, they can have their own conversation. I'll just keep my thoughts to myself and then I'll just listen in on their opinions and stuff like that on what games they like. It's like, oh, that's nice.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have mind me
Probably
interjecting
not.
too, but also like I don't mind not interjecting. I don't know, but also
Sometimes it
because I
is
lose out
hard.
on those
It
opportunities.
is hard to just like break into a group of 3.
Hmm.
Especially if they're already like talking about something. It's like you're kind of just putting a break on their topic and adding in your own, which sometimes people like and then sometimes people don't.
Hmm.
Always like a mixed bag between people. Do you
Yeah.
feel through streaming you made friends that are like you consider more genuine? Or would you say you consider those mostly to IRLs?
The thing is, for our friends, it's just the same friends I've had since like high school for like
Right.
the past like 10 years.
Mm.
Uh, it is definitely easier to make a deeper connection IRL because
Yes.
uh, both parties are putting more effort or more time into it in a sense like like hanging out IRL, like they are both like deciding on an appointment, they have to show up, commute to a place.
Mm.
And it's a
You also,
lot more low stakes online.
yeah. Yeah,
So
that's fair.
uh,
Because with like IRL, it's like, oh, now I didn't become friends with this person, which is more connected to your life and like now you live in the same city or area or location as them, you know,
mm-hmm. uh,
versus
mm-hmm.
online, which is a bit more spaced.
Yeah. Though well, by low stakes, I guess I kind of mean this is a horrible analogy,
Okay.
but it's kind of like like online dating versus like meeting a connection IRL and like the difference between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, always like it's so easy to just switch next to the next to switch to the next person and see if you connect with them. Like connections can be like so short online. Like for streaming,
Yeah.
like you can just chat for a bit and then realize, this might not work out, and then you just switch to the next streamer really easily. Uh, and it's because of that. I feel like connections can be like less genuine, but feel less genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Versus RL hangouts where it just takes a lot more effort to show up and hang out with each other.
Okay, I kind of get what you're saying.
And in like a streamer online setting, usually like it's just you're just hanging out playing games, like either on stream, mostly on stream.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if you're closer, it will be off stream too. But like if it's on stream, then it feels more like a coworker kind of thing rather than like a genuine friend connection.
Would you say the more genuine ones would be when you play off stream, or would you consider sometimes on stream as well that too?
Mostly, for sure, off stream feels more genuine because it's not about like streaming. It's not about like content creation.
Right.
But if it's on stream, can it be genuine too? Probably because you're going out. Because if someone goes out of their way to like wanting to make content with you, then whatever intentions they have or reason they have, could be like for example, you asking me to do this, I feel kind of honored, like I feel kind of nice, like, oh hey, they asked me if like
Good, you should be.
must mean that, yeah, so it does feel kind of nice in that sense, but in terms of like friendship, I don't know.
Interesting. Interesting. Do you think you've made connections that are like further than coworker, or do you think most of them you'd pretty much classify as coworker?
Yes, some, but very little. That would classify as like a friend.
Yeah. The rough term friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know, I don't really toss that word around, so it's kind of there's not like a better word, like there's no replacement for a word friend.
Person you're somewhat close to?
Sure.
That seems not helpful. Okay, I get you. Do you think your perspective on friends has changed any over the past like 3-4 years, or do you think it's mostly been the same?
I think.
'Cause I feel like mine has.
I think I'm not, because back then I used to be scared to make friends because I feel like I always have to maintain the connection with them, try to not let it drift away. In that sense, streaming or a Twitch is a lot easier to maintain that connection if they stream, because if they aren't, if they do stream, all you need to do is just show up real quick and just like drop in, say hi, and you know, maintain, and that's how you maintain that connection. You just hang out in their like stream real quick, whether like on your phone or on a computer, whatever. It's so easy. But it's a lot harder in real life because there isn't that like space where you just drop in and just say hi.
Yeah. Most of the time you don't.
So I'm not sure it's because, I'm not sure if my perspective of friends have changed, but more like because of Twitch, because of like there's this like new tool or environment, it's a lot easier to like maintain relationships, and I'm not as scared to make friends because of
that
the
forced
tool
connection
of live streaming. Yeah.
I think it's definitely, friendships tend to put a lot of pressure on like, oh, you have to hang out X amount of times. But I think like the friendships I've liked have been very, I guess, nonchalant, where it's you can hang out when people are free or not, but it's not like you have to do this one way or another and like no one puts a big like importance on like you couldn't make it, so XYZ, right? Like, how do you put it? Because I'm putting it somewhat right, but not quite right. It's not like, I guess as you mentioned, low stakes. It's very low stakes. Or I like friendships that aren't like too, like I like the opening up parts, but I think I like a lot of friendships that are more so very laid back about having to hang out. And I think it's just because I like kind of that free time or personal time. Kind of how you mentioned, like, you like being alone in certain scenarios. I think that, like...
But eventually you do get kind of forgotten sometimes if it's too often.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you want to be alone too much. I feel like that happens with me a lot.
That's fair. I feel like... I guess that's fair. That is very fair, because it's very easy to be forgotten because you're not there. And I feel like it's not exactly like you never have to show up, blah, 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 right? I'm putting it more in a way that you're still giving equal effort to a friendship between both parties, as opposed to like one party is putting in all the effort. I think that's the difference in what I'm kind of saying.
Yeah. And the problem with me is that I very rarely initiate. So it's very rare that that I'm putting in any effort. It's usually it's so one-sided, so it's so hard for me to maintain friendships.
Well, initiating is not the only amount of effort to exist, you know. Like, there's definitely like more ways of effort than initiating. Like, you showing up when you are invited, I'd put as a way of giving effort to a friendship, or responding to messages when you are messaged is another way of like putting effort into a friendship.
Yeah, some people are like that. But I find it very difficult, or feel too guilty, but I also find it very difficult for me to I guess develop that relationship if it's like so one-sided like that, where it's only one person that's really initiating all the time. Or maybe I just value initiation so much.
I think you are valuing initiation, to be fair, but I mean, it's a good thing to value. It's like, it's the most like direct way of showing that, how do you put it, the two-way nature of a relationship, or the equal effort of a relationship or friendship.
Yeah, it's also kind of very hard to when someone, I think I lost my train of thought. When so something of initiation. Well, when someone does initiate, like I value that a lot, because that means I know that they want to hang out with me. That's fair. But that's why I value initiation so much. And I don't do the same, which I kind of feel guilty about. And that's what I'm trying to be better at, but also now I'm just focusing on my own thing, my own life right now.
Yeah.
And my own career, so
it's definitely a balance you have to strike between the two, rather than it's just one way or the other. But I think, yeah, for me, I mean, it is a personal thing, but like, I don't mind being the initiator as long as I feel like the equal effort on the other end after the fact is put in.
Yeah, that's nice. Like, I mean, I agree. Like, if I think I work best with people who are like that, who only who understand that and value people who do show up, and that they are fine with that, the fact that they're not initiating all the time. But also Also, what? It's so hard to do this while playing Overcooked. I thought it would be easier.
I did too, and then we got to burritos, and it's just been... I have been losing it.
Yeah, I've been losing it too. It's getting harder to talk. It's like the... It's like the spicy chicken kind of challenge, but like that like you see on YouTube, but it's Overcooked instead.
I think the burritos I've normally struggled on in this game.
And this is even worse. It's like rotating.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. We might have to go back to sushi after this. Okay. What was it? Something about me liking
Initiation.
or that other people. Yeah, but I just find that very. But it's I can't really be fine with that mindset because I find that so selfish of me. I'm fine with that because I really want to initiate as well, but also like there's not a reason for me to because I love being alone and all that stuff.
Right. It's definitely a balance you have to find for yourself, but it's not like one way is correct and the other way is like wrong for sure. It's very
it definitely depends on person to person too.
It's very open between people. And it's just kind of,
I think, you know?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think in my opinion, most people would prefer or would also appreciate initiation as well, or like wants it to be somewhat equal.
Yeah, I mean, initiation's like a very direct way of like stating value in someone, I'd say, or like value in a friendship. It's a very like clear amount of effort like shown. I guess personally I just like looking at like the other efforts put in past initiation, because I like seeing like everything someone does for someone else. Because I guess again it's because it's something like I like other people seeing in me when I am also not the one initiating.
No, yeah, I think I agree, but I think I value this a lot more because it's my like greatest flaw.
Yeah, it's the thing you're like most self-conscious about in a friendship, right?
Yeah.
Which then
suck at the most.
Makes you value it way more. Because it's the thing like you think you'd want to change about yourself, right?
Yeah, probably.
Or at least work on, maybe not change.
I don't know.
A very strong word.
Because yeah, I feel like it would be good for me to change it, but also I'm also very easily satisfied. I'm very happy with my life right now. I don't really care.
Like there's no rush to do it at all, and it's probably something you'll just end up naturally developing over time, or maybe you won't, and it'll still be fine anyways.
I don't know, because it's not like I'm looking to make new friends or new connections, though people tell me otherwise.
Do you not like to make new friends or connections? Or do you just, is it not something that like is the forefront of your mind, you'd say?
Yeah, I don't think about it.
That's fair. I feel like I don't know actually, because I definitely don't really think about it until it feels like it's a time that's necessary to think about. Like I don't push for a friendship at all unless it's like, maybe this person seems cool actually. Maybe this would be a fun friendship to have type of beat, you know?
No, I don't.
Well,
I'm not a friend kind of guy, so no, I don't.
It's like more like I don't push for it, but if it comes up, then I'll try to at least put in the effort equal to that, I guess. Very weird way to put it, but roughly the idea.
Yeah, like I know, like me, like in the wild, like in public, almost like once I hear a guy that like yaps or talks about like my favorite game, I'm like, oh shoot, you also like that game? Then maybe I like really want to like make that connection or start that.
Yeah, like
if I know that they have like the exact same hobbies, the exact same interests, that's like,
Yeah.
I want to put some effort into that, and maybe we can hang out.
Yeah.
Because we might be very alike.
I think...
But it rarely happens.
That's fair. I think for me, if someone, like, starts putting in that effort or, like, starts talking to me similarly to a friend... Like, recently, this person who I viewed as, like, more of an acquaintance, like, when we hung out for lunch because we both had time, we went on a walk and he talked about life and, like, certain specific aspects behind, like, I guess burnout and stuff specifically to me. I'm like, this feels more like a conversation for, like, people who are close and friends versus people who are, like, acquaintances or, like, more distant. And I think, like, that conversations like that or starters like that kind of lead me more into, okay, so this person views me more as a friend, so I should view them as well equally back as a friend.
That's exactly what I was talking about earlier when I said that I value people who open up about themselves, like their personal lives and life, or like ask for advice, life perspective, like all that stuff. Because again, exactly what you said, like, oh hey, this guy's willing to share that stuff about me or ask or be vulnerable around me.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I value that a lot too.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard to do that in an online setting.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely more so like, yeah, I guess it is pretty much what you're saying. But part of, like, that value definitely comes from, like, it's a very clear clarification rather than the direct upfront, like, we're friends now, okay? It's a very secondarily clear and direct way of stating that fact.
No, oh no, yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, that's also one of the reasons why I hate, or I'm not a fan of the label friend, because I just never think about that label. Like, everyone is just, like, how close I am towards, like, everyone's, like, it's, like, in a spectrum, or, it's not really, like, a term to describe, like, a friend is, like, it's kind of hard to use the word friend to describe, like, all my close relationships, just all under, like, the category of friend.
Yeah, because it's very broad. You can have a close friend, like someone you share a lot with, or you can have, like, a friend who you don't really share a lot with, but just kind of have fun talking.
Yep.
Very open. But yeah, I mean, that's fair. That is a very fair way to look at it, I think. I know where I was going with that at all. I have no idea where I was going with that at all. Yeah, I mean, it is, like, a very big spectrum of, like, what's a friend or why would this person be a friend versus that, you know? I think.
Yep.
It's very open-ended. But I think a lot of... Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. Yeah, I mean, it is a very clear way to do it, and I think sometimes it works better than just someone saying, we're friends now. That subtlety is kind of just a nice thing to have, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever experienced a scenario where someone was so direct asking if we're friends now.
I think I've experienced it in, like, how do you put it? Malicious scenarios? Not malicious directly, but like how do you put it? A way that aims more at a benefit, a clear benefit to the person for being my friend rather than just the enjoyment of presence as a friend.
You're gonna give an example, I have no idea.
If someone, like, says, oh yeah, we're friends now because we talked XY times, and that means you can do this thing for me. Like, let's say we're friends now because we talked about this, so now you can lend me money. As, like, a very direct and easy example. Not an actual example, but like something that's, I guess, equivalent to roughly what I mean, right?
Yeah, well, I don't have much to call because I never had that scenario, or just a scenario in general where people were so direct with.
I'm making it more direct than it actually is.
Yeah.
Just for example's sake.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, never thought about that.
Yeah, I think that's the scenarios where I had it the most, like, direct. But sometimes, I think, no, actually, it is a mix for me, because sometimes it is direct in that way, and then a few times it's direct in, like, the way of, like, finding meaningful friendships, but, like, trying to just get straight to it rather than break it apart and, like, sequence months of communication between that, like, one final goal, you know, of being friends. I think that's also another sequence where I've seen, like, someone being direct about friendship as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most people just don't think about it.
Yeah, like, it's kind of a natural thing that happens. And again, I guess that's why, like, as you said, it falls into that broad scale of, like, you can't just use friend as the one definition for everything, because it's a very, it's different between different people for sure, and then different between, like, different time scales as well. And how natural it is probably also adds into.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why people made up, like, stuff like best friend and whatnot, but even best friend's very subjective and very, like, nuanced, because it's not like it's a very direct describer that doesn't add more than, like, more nuance to anything.
Ranking your friends is kind of a weird thing to think about, so I guess something that's for sure a thing, though.
Yeah.
For everyone, like, you're definitely closer to some people than you are not, but putting a label onto that is also kind of...
Yeah, it's weird because that ranking's just something that happens over time. And I think some people just use it for, like, clarification to others in terms of, like, trust. I mean, I feel like clarification to others feels weird, but clarification to themselves, maybe. Because some people just want to clarify that to themselves as well. Like, this is my best friend who I share these things with that I probably don't share with, like, other friends. Hence, I call them best friend. But yeah, I mean, as you mentioned with, like, labels, in a public setting between, like, other friends you have just waiting there with you, it's definitely more like, It's very drawing a line in the sand between the people who have come to trust and probably care about you, which is... It's good as... It's not... How do you put it? It's a boundary, but a boundary made in a way that's, like, hurtful to another person, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely could be. There's also a lot of pressure.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure, because now you're like, I'm this person's best friend, so now I have to not take care of them, but, like, hang out with them and make sure they're well kept. Kept doesn't feel right. Well adjusted.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of pressure. And it's kind of, like, mounted onto someone without, like... I mean, when people have discussed it beforehand and, like, talked about it that way, it's very, like, clear and easy to tell. I think that's okay, but, like, if someone just drops that on you raw, it's a lot more in-the-moment pressure and then future pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really a thing anymore, best friends, or I don't know. I mean, what do I know? I don't really talk to people much. I mean, now it's kind of just... Like, people just use the word besties now, and it's kind of like a very casual thing to just throw out there now. It's not really...
people still do use best friends. I think it's popular still. At least, I think our age range, or like adults pretty much, tend to not use it.
I for sure used it a lot in elementary school.
Yeah, it's definitely something I feel more people use when they're younger. Because when you're younger, you don't have... I mean, some people do. But a lot of people don't have like that. This is... I'm stating this because I'm stating it for my friend, rather than I'm stating this because it's... They don't consider that it's harmful to another person, I guess. And that's like something you develop over time as you grow up. But like it's better left unsaid about like best friends or like closeness ratings.
I think it's nice to have, but I think it's still nice to have like some conversation around it.
Yeah, for sure. Like good to talk about, and like I think it's very good to talk about like directly to the person. But I think in a group setting, it's like genuinely so it can genuinely kind of suck for some people for sure.
Yeah, and I guess nowadays I'm very rarely in any kind of group really. I'm usually just like having like one-on-one sessions with my my IRL friends, or just with other people. It's never really a group thing for me.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, groups are always tough, I'd say, but it's definitely like a thing you consider. Or I know some people will just drop like we're best friends. And I feel like you clarify that. I guess you'd clarify that more if it's like someone you're talking to for the first time, like as an introduction to who X person is. It's like you bring your best friend, let's say, to a meeting with a person you just met, and then you clarify there, like, oh, this is my best friend. That's why I brought them along. Like it happens in that scenario, I guess. And like that clarification's kind of nice because it's obvious, like to a person you just met, like you're not gonna be best friends. Most of the time, it's obvious that you won't be best friends when you just met someone. So in that scenario, I feel like it's way more chill to drop that. But yeah, if it's a friend you've been friends with for, let's say, a year versus like someone you've been friends with like 5 years, and then you drop the best friend thing, it feels a little bit more mean-spirited. When you feel close to someone, I mean, you don't use the word friend at all. Or not at all, but like you tend to avoid it, right? So if you're close to someone and you'd like consider calling them a friend, would you tell them that? Or like say it out loud? Or would you kind of keep that more to yourself?
I don't even think about it at all.
Really?
like maybe I do subconsciously acknowledge them as a friend, but I don't like I just treat them as like people that I hang out with, really.
Ah, that's fair. And that's probably in addition because you don't like use the word friend often, right? That's fair. But yeah, I think for me, I always like try to consider like avoiding the word friend, because I don't want to put someone in a situation where they don't see me in the same way, and it creates that awkwardness of like, now they have to be my friend because I stated it out loud. So I feel like I consider that a lot when it comes to like friendships.
Yeah, I just nothing like I like, as you said, I kind of just let it happen. Like it will just happen naturally, and just it is what it is.
Yeah, but like stating it out loud even after it's happened naturally. I don't think I normally can bring myself to do that because...
Yeah, I don't think that's really ever happens.
Yeah. there's a lot of places where people say, oh yeah, this is my friend, like an introduction to someone, right? Like you introduce them.
Though that's still more indirect. That's still, I think that's still considered like more indirect since you're introducing them to someone else.
I'd still find it difficult to say like someone who I haven't clarified that with, or like 100% know for sure with like that certain set of words, because I feel like it's very pressuring.
Yeah, I think I'm mainly comfortable saying that with people who I've been IRL friends with like in high school for like a long time ago. Cause I mean, how else would I say? Cause if I just introduce them, I was like, hey, this guy's just a high school classmate, and it might sound really weird. There's no really other way to introduce them.
I
so,
guess the context I am putting it in is a more streamer context than as opposed to IRL, because I think you are right where with an IRL friend you really don't have another way to introduce them, because if you drop this is some guy who I know, it ain't it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if it's a coworker or streamer, like I put very rarely. I don't think I would ever use the word friend. Unless I know like super. Well, no, I think it would still be. I don't know. I don't think I have anyone like that.
Okay. Yeah, very open topic.
Are there any more questions?
The beeping is not helping.
This is so hard.
I agree. Oh my god.
I have not answered any of the questions properly.
I think you have.
No, it's so bad. Honestly, yeah. I mean, at some points, it was probably me lying, just to finish the topic, or just to make myself sound coherent. Like, oh man, I can't think of anything else. Let me just throw a lie out there. Half joking though. Sometimes like I'm just speaking just whatever comes out first in my mind because I'm so focused on this game.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think I've stuttered way more than I've normally done, and like struggled with expression more than normal, because this game's insane.
You want to go back to sushi, or you want to keep going?
We should just keep going. Just keep going, man. It's
This is horrible. We're getting increasing level of spice. Like a spicy chicken challenge.
We're just adding more hot sauce. No, they'll just roast us in the comments, maybe. I don't know.
No, you can't add any of this. Maybe like some things, but a lot of the things, man, I did not speak properly.
Don't worry, it's all in. I don't edit these.
Lord. Oh, it's horrible. I mean, if you have more questions, then you know what? Just from if anyone has gotten this far, everything I said before, they were all lies. Now I'll answer them properly.
You'll answer them for real? Oh my god.
The real me.
The real loaf? Okay. Ooh, how much are you okay with letting friends, I guess, tease and joke around with you? Versus how much do you think it's like too much? How much is too much?
There's no tomato on that. How much is too much? Well, first I think it depends a lot on how close I am with the person. Like if someone I barely know just tease, because I'm super skinny IRL. So if someone I barely know just like comes up to me and just comments on like, or makes a joke about my like how thin I am.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to take that not so well.
Right.
Yeah.
Because why would you?
If it's someone that's a lot closer to me, then I think that's a lot easier to take, and even I probably wouldn't mind it as well.
Okay. is there ever a scenario in even that aspect where you feel like too much?
Like what kind of like a certain kind of joke or just?
Sure, you can say certain joke, certain like if someone uses a joke too much on you, if someone, yeah, let's go with that. If
No, yeah, I think for sure. Like again, like in the same scenario, if like every day they bring up about they make a joke about my like something physical about me, or like how like I'm like a clown or I'm so stupid at some stuff. I don't know. I think I would get affected. Yeah. I can't really think of a. But that very rarely happens, other than like on stream. But that's like again, that's like with people that I barely know.
Yeah.
But with like close friends, no. I think that's. I don't know if that's ever happened. It's very very rare.
That's fair.
And in terms of teasing, at least they don't really. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I got nothing.
Okay, that's fair. Are there no like? Okay, yeah, no. I mean that's fair. If you haven't experienced it, you can't really comment on it, right? Well, like with your IRL group, it's like that's fair enough that like they like value like what you. How do you put it? They value like your reaction to stuff and like not make sure not to push like that edge boundary.
I mean, it could be that I'm just too easygoing. Like maybe like the things they say to me like might not go well with other people, even if they are close.
That's true. It's different for people.
But I mean, I guess, and for most people, it's because they target like teasing too much or joking about their insecurity might be too much. And now I'm just trying to think what I'm insecure about. I mean, it's probably not even teasing anymore. It's probably going back to the ick question again.
Yeah.
It's like maybe when I'm like trying to be genuine about something, like during a moment where I'm actually trying to be genuine, it's taken as a joke instead. I might feel very demotivated, and it might kind of irk me a little.
Okay.
Like maybe here, like if we have this like entire conversation about friends, but like half the time, let's say like half the time you're just what the? I don't know, I kept pressing that. Give me back a chicken.
Okay. Go on.
Like maybe half the time you're just like disregarding my opinion or making jokes of it instead, and not really taking it seriously. Then I would probably be kind of irked by it.
Yeah.
Since because I'm being vulnerable and you're just taking it very lightly, I guess. Then I'll probably be irked by it. Yeah.
I'm not showing the
But
same
like
respect to the topic you've mentioned
yeah,
as you wanted.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, so if they teased in like that kind of scenario, maybe I don't know.
When you're like being genuine and then it's taken as a joke. I get that. Yeah. Do you think?
Sure. Also, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, should I also be asking if you ever had experience with like the question before this, whether what kind of jokes or has someone like teased you too much? Like, is there like a scenario where you thought like it was too far or too much?
Let me think. I feel like there definitely have been, but I'm pretty easygoing with it in most cases, where I'll kind of get over it pretty quickly. But there's definitely like scenarios where like people do take like that comment that I've said like normally into something that like completely changes what I meant entirely. That can kind of irk me on that end, because it's like it's just a whole like different meaning from anything I've said.
But no, that's not really about teasing. It's just
Yeah.
someone just misunderstanding you or whether it's on purpose or not, misunderstanding you.
With teasing, I feel like I don't mind too much either, as long as it's clarified to me that it's a joke.
Actually, no. Actually, I thought of one.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not sure I should bring it up though.
Okay.
It's what happened very recently in your server.
Oh.
Yeah, because you know how you like it's very nice and sincere, sweet of you to do it. Is like saying good morning and good night in your chat.
Yeah.
And then, or not in your chat, in your Discord server.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then sometimes like not always anyone's gonna respond to it.
Oh yeah.
And then eventually like for like 3 days straight, it's just you saying good morning, good night for like three days straight, and no one's saying anything.
Yeah.
And then it looks like you're talking to yourself, and people tease you about it. Yeah. That can feel that's like it feels bad, man. That kind of because you're being genuine about like saying good night, good morning to everyone, and then when someone kind of makes fun of it, it feels kind of embarrassing, or it feels like it feels.
I got you. Yeah.
It wasn't even the point of this. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah.
It feels very
no.
demotivated.
I do absolutely
someone does that.
like see that for sure. Because it's very much like, oh, then maybe I shouldn't actually do this if I do get that.
Yeah. Not saying you feel that way, but
if it was to happen to you, you would, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I didn't even think of it, honestly. So it's kind of honoring that you thought of it that way. Interesting. Yeah, because I just view it as a joke and then give a joke response and move on.
Yeah.
Because I don't like do something to. I feel like, I guess in this scenario, it's kind of, I feel partly the same of like, I'm not exactly doing anything much to change like this aspect of my Discord to be more active or anything. So it feels like, okay, I mean, it's just a joke about that. And it's like, I haven't done anything to change that either. Which doesn't, which I mean, makes it feel like, okay, I guess the joke kind of lands because of that. But I think most of the time, if there's like a really big joke I just don't vibe with, I guess it's easier to say this to like people who I don't know as well, or I don't like want to have a connection with as well. I won't like tell that, like I'll tell people I don't know at all, or like I'm not close with, like, oh, I actually didn't vibe with that joke, or that thing you did, I don't vibe with. But it's definitely more of a struggle to do that with people who I do want to have a connection with, or I do want to like, how do you put it? There's people, this is a tough one, because it's like, it's this difference of like, as you mentioned, it's that spectrum of friendship or that spectrum of like relationship with another person, right? Where it feels like, oh, you can, I don't want to say this to this person because I actually don't mind when they joke about this, but it's when like someone I don't know or am unfamiliar with jokes about it, I'm like, oh, actually that doesn't vibe with me too well, and I can express that like very easily to someone I don't know. But if it ever comes up to someone who I do know and I do want like that friendship with as well, it definitely gets like a lot harder to bring up. I think that's a very big part of it.
Yeah.
Are we stuck?
It's over for this in this level.
Okay. I kind of thought so. I have not been here.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, like one of the like I have some RO friends that like have completely different kind of like vibe and jokes that we do, and I find like there's no shot that I can invite my RO friends to play with us off stream.
Yeah.
I don't think they would vibe well at all.
Because of the difference. I get that. It is definitely a lot of like gauging that. But again, it's definitely like I feel more comfortable bringing that up to a stranger than I would like someone I actually know and like at least care for past like this strange person talked to me recently.
Oh, telling them directly that their jokes are not okay, or
Yeah, like I don't want to directly just drop that on like let's say a person
I
I'd
see.
consider a friend because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's very harsh.
I think it depends on a friend as well.
That's true.
Like for my our friend, they know that what they're saying is on the nose. So I'm like, yeah, there's no shot I can introduce you to anyone else. And you're like, yeah, I get it. we had that exact conversation, and then yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they'd be saying something out of pocket, and then there'd be like a 5-second pause. They're like, yeah, don't introduce me to your friends. So yeah, we're both on the same page.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously it depends on like what kind of person they are too. Like
Yeah.
maybe like they might be more sensitive about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely like different groups. It's personality A and personality B.
Yeah, but with random strangers, I don't. I guess it is a bit easier to bring that up like on stream, like when a chatter's like out of pocket. Like, it's a lot easier to scold them and or like tell them off versus someone that's been here for like maybe a month straight and then suddenly they've changed their tune a bit. Kind of feels hard to call them out after they've been supporting you or they've been friendly with you for the past month.
I feel like that is tough because for me, I don't mind like even months of a chatter. Like if they've been there for months and then they do something out of pocket, right? Like I feel like I do definitely go lighter on them and like give them a scolding, but like be very specific about it versus like someone who comes in 1 second, drops the worst thing I've ever seen known to man and then leaves, or that's like an insta ban, right? But I'll go a little bit easier on someone who at least has been there a little bit longer. Because it's just like they at least have the opportunity to change, and I've seen them in a different light already versus someone who I haven't gotten to see a different light of. And it's just like, I don't want to bother seeing that other side anyways, because if they start that way, it's like, it's a lot.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if it's like a person who I've directly talked to specifically in like, let's say DMs or something, that makes it a lot harder. I mean, not even DMs. I feel like even DMs I'm like not bad with in terms of being very direct about it. But I think if it's like a person I've talked to in a voice call like over a certain amount of time, it's like then I definitely like am a way like lighter on that stuff with them.
I mean, it's also a completely different context.
Yeah.
Since someone that's like a chatter, there's like a power dynamic there. Like you're a streamer, they're like a chatter.
Yeah.
And versus someone I've been in call with, like chances are like that's someone like, it's a weird way to put it, but like you're like at the same level as them, as in the sense that I don't know who you might be talking about. Let's say like, you know, they're a streamer as well. Like that's definitely very hard because you have to confronting like a fellow streamer or someone you view as a friend.
Yeah.
Because there isn't that different level of power, I guess.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's a very like skewed dynamic chatter versus like a streamer, because then they're like they do this, they're a coworker, right?
Yeah,
they're a coworker in the same like position as you.
And when you're a streamer, you're expected to police your chat.
Yeah, exactly. But that like power, or not power, in this case it wouldn't be power. What am I trying to say? In this case, it's like that like difference kind of makes it hard to balance between like what is too strict and what is not strict enough. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like maybe like how you the way in which you police your chat, or
No, like with another, like let's say coworker, right?
oh
Like
oh
what,
yeah
explaining to them something that like you didn't vibe with, what would be like too strict
it's
versus not like strict enough.
yeah it's tough because everyone's so different when it comes to confrontation.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of people might take it very badly.
Exactly, and it's hard in a scenario where you definitely like don't want them to take it badly at all.
Mm. Tough.
It is.
But hey, this is the thing. But this is straying a little bit away from friends now.
It is. I mean, technically not, but it's the different view of like friends. It's a different view of like how I'd say people I've met on stream are friends in some scenarios versus like in the scenarios you say like you wouldn't exactly view them as friends and more so coworkers. I think that difference is why I think I'd still view it as a friend topic, but you'd view it as not.
Yeah.
Which different between people.
And streamer culture and all that, like I like for me, like I always treat as like everyone I meet through streaming is just people who just come and go. I don't really expect them to be lasting or permanent relationships, so
that's fair.
I treat it very lightheartedly.
I think the people who I've gotten to like talk to over time for a longer extended period of time, I think that's a less how do you put it? A come and go relationship, as you put it, on my perspective. But equally, I definitely see it like in yours, where it's like, oh, I mean, if they just quit most of the time, it'll be like, oh, you'll probably not talk to them. But I feel like in the scenario where someone, let's say, does like quit streaming or like doesn't stream anymore, and you do still talk to them, those are like kind of the relationships where I'm like, oh yeah, so that would be like a much stronger friendship than just coworkers, I guess. But it's a very nuanced situation there as well, right?
It doesn't help that I don't initiate either, so I don't really, I don't really like go on my way to talk to anyone, whether they quit or not.
I mean, yeah, but if they might initiate with you, maybe.
Yeah. Mayhaps.
So do you think if someone was like not your coworker anymore, let's say, right, and they still initiated with you, would you still, what category would you put them in then?
Tough, since it's very rarely happens, if at all. I mean, it depends on the reason initiate, or yeah, it depends on why they're initiating. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're initiating just to, like, they just still want to play and maintain that relationship. Yeah, sure. That's probably like someone who's very, you know, I think that makes sense to call them a friend.
What other scenario were you thinking of?
Well, I'm thinking of like in my scenario, like recently I traveled to Japan, and someone who's not a coworker, a classmate, who has graduated. We don't really talk at all. We weren't even that big. We were like definitely like more like classmates or acquaintances. I wouldn't call it friends. We never hung out outside of class. But because they knew that I liked Japan and they were working in Japan, they asked like, hey, if you ever come over, let's hang out. And even after graduation, they brought that up and we made that connection. So, but when they messaged that to me, I didn't think of them immediately. Oh, hey, that's a friend. It was just, you know,
mutual interest.
Someone who was creating an opportunity to maybe be friends, or maybe not even, because you know, we don't really do online stuff together. It was just like a one-time thing where we just, you know, meet in a different country and then we part ways, and we probably won't ever be each other again, or very rarely, maybe like in like a year or 2 or 5 years, I don't know.
Would you say you don't think of someone as like a friend or like that level of a relationship if you don't talk to them for a year or like a certain set of time? Is there a period of time that like wouldn't fall into a friendship for you? Because I feel like I can still talk to people a year or 2 later, and sometimes, depending on how close I was to them, regard them as a friend, but maybe not to that same extent that I would have prior, maybe.
It's just that I don't really use the term friend anyways, so it's just, they're just someone who I just used to know very well, or who I knew. They're just somebody I used to know. But yeah, I wouldn't really. I just don't really think much of it. I don't really think about it.
So let's say you have like a really close person, a person you're like really close with, right? And they like, you haven't talked to them, and then they stop talking to you or like being around for like a year, right? And then randomly they come back and like message you and like, oh, let's hang out or do something together, right? Would you still view them as would you still view them in that same close relationship you had with them prior? Or would you maybe view them more in a way that's like still close-ish, but like not the same level? Or maybe would you not view them at all as the same?
Yeah, it would really depend on the scenario, because if we were close in the first place, then what was the reason why we drifted apart in the first place?
They just
like, was it because
disappeared in this scenario?
Yeah, like if they just disappeared without any explanation whatsoever. I mean, eventually, like after like 3 days of like, if we like talked every day, like if 3 days of no contact, I would reach out. And then if they don't even say anything after that, like for sure I wouldn't really see them much as a friend or someone who I knew much anymore, because they didn't bother to like drift apart amicably. Like they didn't really bother to explain the reason for their absence. They just like ghosted you, basically.
Yeah. In this scenario, what if they like, what if you just amicably drifted apart in that, like, no real reason, like no one disappeared or anything, but more so like just. That's
fine. Like if they moved away, like. But I mean, I'd probably still use past tense. But I would still view them like very favorably. Like, oh yeah, we can totally like I know we'll very easily rekindle a relationship if we were to have the time to like meet again. But it's because I don't use the word friends, so I wouldn't say we're still friends, because I just don't use that term.
Right.
Really, but I'll just know that's really easy to rekindle that relationship. Like the reason, like, hey, I'm moving away, so we won't be able to talk or hang out anymore. And then yeah, that's understandable. And then maybe just after like 5 years, they're the same person or very similar, and they're still familiar to me. Then, and they want to be friends again, or maintain a connection again. Then it'll be very, very easy.
But you keep that favorable impression because it wasn't like anything big that drew you apart.
Yeah, it's like I mean, I don't have any romantic experience, but I was like, whether a breakup is like messy or not.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think like I mean, that's like, yeah, that is the other scenario. And then you drop them off in that scenario completely. What if
I mean, yeah.
you got into like a fight with them and then that caused you to drift apart, do you think you'd have luck rekindling maybe over time when maybe emotions have settled on that? Or do you think like it would be something that gets brought up again and you'd fight over it again if no one's really changed their perspective or like thought over it at all?
I mean, yeah, it would really depend on like what the fight was even about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't know. I'm just thinking of a scenario.
Someone said you're. What would be a good scenario in this scenario? Yeah, because it is contextual. Because some fights are very big, well, some are petty. But do you think if you get into a very petty fight with someone that causes you to drift apart, you would ever want to get close to them again if it is on a petty scale? Because for me, if it
was petty in the first place, yeah.
If I viewed a relationship or a friendship that like, in a petty sense, like you lost that relationship due to a petty reason, I'd view that more so like, oh, that's not really a relationship that would have stuck around anyways, even given time.
I think I'd agree, but I mean, if you're close in the first place, like for like years, and yeah, I don't know what kind of pettiness would. I don't think it would be petty anymore.
That's true. I guess that indicates a like bigger problem overall, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess if someone did bring up an argument to me, like very pettily, and one that like they just didn't want to solve in a way that like benefited both parties, and like wanted to hold on to it for some reason, whatever that reason could be, I don't think I could see myself being like friends with them. But I think it's also like that perspective difference of like, I really like the more chilled and laid back friendships.
Yeah.
So when someone like wants to fight over something petty and like won't acknowledge at all, it makes it feel very disconnected from like stuff I'd want in the friendship.
Yeah. Also, that acknowledgement thing, like it might be petty to you, but it might be not petty to them.
Yeah. That's why I think the acknowledgement part, like after the fact, is always like good to have. Because it's still like giving acknowledgement to the feelings of the other side. And like shows like at least some amount of like, it shows like some amount of thought process put behind the aspect of like arguing. Because sometimes some people will just argue for fun. And it's like, there are definitely fun arguments, but there's definitely also like arguments where it's a big debate of perspectives. And it can be kind of iffy when in a friendship that perspective isn't acknowledged at all. Yeah, I mean contextual, but I think that's a big ick, I guess.
Oh yeah, I think that's what I was talking about earlier. Like someone who has like really like strong opinions that are very stubborn with it. I think it's hard for me to befriend them because I'm just a lot more easygoing. I just love playing both sides. I love seeing things from both sides.
I don't mind even like stubbornness, more so in the sense of like just no acknowledgement at all. But yeah, that's also something you mentioned, because you said like if they don't even like seem to consider my perspective, is what you said, I believe. But yeah, I think that's pretty important as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty much out of questions.
That was long.
Yeah, we've been going an hour and a half, so let's call it there. Thank you for talking.
That was horrible too. that was horrible with Overcooked. We one-starred like the past 20 levels or 6 levels.
I think we've no-starred a couple too.
Oh no.
I didn't think it'd be this bad. I thought Overcooked would be more chill.
I knew we should have went back for League of Legends.
Maybe, actually. But thank you
God,
for...
it was so hard to gather my thoughts on a lot of those questions.
It is. Some of those, like... I got, like, really messed up when, like, some, like, food items came up, and I just, like, watched, like, you chuck rice into the water, or, like, a chicken leg into the water. I'm like, wait, hold on, I think we needed that, but I need to respond as well.
Yeah. I want the viewers to know that all these silver stars on all these levels, it means I 4-starred all the levels. So I'm really good at this game.
How many years ago?
But the fact that... Huh?
How many years ago?
Wait, we don't talk about that, but because it's like... But the fact that we only 1-star or 0-star some of the levels, like, it wasn't easy.
No, not at all. It's definitely hard to, like, talk and record at the same time. Well, talk and play and record at the same time. I feel like it's easier on stream because you have, like, a chat to bounce off of.
Yeah,
and I guess
I feel bad because
Yeah. I mean, we have each other to bounce off of, but equally, I feel like we're both pretty... In terms of games, I feel like we both kind of like to focus on a game we're playing. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like I personally, like, really like focusing on a game instead of, like, talking, especially alone. So that's kind of what this whole, like, recording and talking stuff has helped me with a little bit more.
I think Overcooked was just too hard.
Overcooked was so hard. After, like, the first levels, it got very hard. Yeah,
I felt bad because I feel like I'm playing a game half-heartedly, and also my answers might have came off half-heartedly too, because I just couldn't... I didn't want to pause too much on the question.
I mean, I think they came off well. I think you answered them pretty well.
I did not.
Huh?
I swear I could have been... If we weren't playing Overcooked, the answers could have been a lot better. A lot more intentional.
I got you. I'll bring you on in like 30 episodes so you can run it back without Overcooked.
I'm never coming back.
He's coming back. Well, thank you for joining me. I do appreciate you taking the time to go over stuff and talk about friendships.
Thanks for inviting me, I suppose.
He said he was honored to be here. But yeah, that was a fun time to talk. If you haven't already, Lofi's stuff will be linked in the description, so go give him a follow, subscribe to him, check him out. What do you do, Lofi? This probably should have been at the start.
Oh yeah, I guess now all we do is just read on stream, and we share music.
Yeah.
That's it.
He does this thing where he gets, like, themes for certain months based on community vote. Pretty much. Literal mixtapes. And yeah, he records them onto, what are they called? Like, not mixtape-wise. Cassettes. They're called cassettes. Records them onto cassettes and then stores them and puts little artworks on them. And then also gaming streams. And, like, you know, you're alternating games as well, right?
Maybe, we'll see.
Okay.
For now, I need to finish this one game, but after that, I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. Well, thanks for joining me again, Loaf. I appreciate it. Do go check him out. This probably should have been at the start, but it's here anyways. If you did stick through the hour and 38 minutes this has been, thank you. Probably. Feel free to comment your thoughts on friendships down below, or if you have a topic you'd like me to talk about, you can you can comment that down below as well. But I'm gonna end this before it gets even longer. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next week, and then hopefully you'll see something cool come out on Halloween, or a couple days later. We'll see. All right, bye.